Hello, Cassandra and Lois. This is Lesele Rose, one of the student mentors. Ever feel like you're on top of the world? Sometimes I put this just on my other computer, my personal computer, as I'm talking with people so I can get an attitude adjustment because, I'm really on top of the world. So I have a few ideas for an immersive educational experience for our teacher candidates that does not include virtual reality, even though it would be fun. But I am using actually kind of an odd approach with some of my more challenged teacher candidates, and I'd like to explain it to you so that you have at least heard the ideas. Okay, let's head on over to the classroom and I will tell you my ideas. Let's just fly on over. It's just a little bit easier because the classroom is on the other side of the island. So we'll fly over the swans and the greeting center and say hello to the people doing Tai Chi down at the bottom. Oh, okay, that's enough of that. So here we have the school. This is the school where um, the students, our students, well, my students, some of them actually meet. I teach my University of Utah classes in here, and we sit around. Hello, Hermione. Okay, so here is the document that kind of outlines what I use with some of my more challenged students. So as you know, people learn by creating relationships. So what I have them do, especially if they've never been in a classroom, I have them talk with or create their own student teacher. So they are the expert and they have a student teacher that they work with. So, for example, I have one student, a new student, who's never been in the classroom, and so on the first call, we created her student teacher. Her student teacher's name is Hermione, and she actually, her husband's from England, so that she likes the name Hermione. So she has a teddy bear Bobby from the UK that she uses as the embodiment of her student teacher. So every time we talk about a concept in Gen Eds, or now she's moved into Foundations of Teaching, we talk about concepts in relationship to how she's going to explain it to Hermione. Hermione sits on the desk next to her computer. When she misses a call, I always leave a message saying Hermione is wondering if you would help her with this specific thing that she needs to work on. Or I send an email, and there was a week when she didn't get back with me. I said, Hermione is wondering where you are. She said that you haven't been to work lately, and she's beginning to get worried because she has this science presentation that she has to do, the science experiment she has to do with her kids, and she really needs some help on it. Can you please help? And that, honestly, it elicits a response very quickly. What I have found is that having a real persona, even though they know it's fake, they relate to it anyway. They have their student teacher who they are responsible to. Every concept that we do in Gen Eds can be explained to the student teacher because the student teacher needs to actually teach it. The student teacher has a classroom full of kids. So in looking at the foundations of teaching stuff, this would also work with early childhood education, and it would also work with special ed. What is easy to do then is to say, okay, we are going to have your student teacher, like Hermione, will be teaching a special ed classroom or a mainstream classroom, and she's got three different types of students in there. One is ODD, oppositional defiance disorder, another one is LD, and another one has, I don't know, something else, is hearing impaired. We could have different students in the classroom and have our teacher candidates actually helping the teacher learn how to teach these special needs students. We can have classroom management things because Hermione has never been in a classroom. In fact, for most of these, I set it up that Hermione, the student teacher, has been homeschooled her entire life, and therefore she has never been in a public school classroom. So every little detail about classroom management, writing assessments, teaching, anything related to teaching has to be explained to Hermione, who has no background knowledge. As you well know, because you're both very well versed in all of the learning theories, having a context to put things in really helps people make sense of things. It connects all of the dots together, all of the assessments that we have, it connects them all together, and it does so in an emotionally engaging way. I would love to be able to talk with you about this. If you would like more information, please let me know because I have this all worked out and I have been using it with my students. But if we could write this into the curriculum to where we actually design an immersive educational program for all of our teacher candidates and be able to move them through their classrooms from being just the student teacher to having them think of themselves as the master teacher, then it provides a lot of things. It provides the entire context for our foundations, for our effective teaching practices, for professional development, all of those standards that our curriculum should actually provide for our students, which currently um, we depend on course mentors and student mentors mostly to provide that context. Most of our student mentors probably have no clue how to do that, and course mentors are subject matter experts, so helping them provide the structure for them to tie everything together. This is my idea. So I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye.